Hey guys, it's me. Sorry, I got booted off my live. The internet just cut me out, so I apologize. Hopefully we can reconnect here and I can finish doing this class. Oh, I'm so annoyed because this was great content. But you know what I might do for you guys? I might pre-record this later and I'll post the whole thing together. So anyone that missed it, you guys can, I don't even know what you saw before, what you didn't see. I'll pick up where I left off. And like I said, I will pre-record this again and I will put a fresh video pre-recorded because I don't know why the internet, it just went black and that was the end of it. Okay, so I'm back. So I was at the part, where was I? I was teaching you guys how to actually conduct a group coaching call. So again, this is what I do. This is what I find really works. So when I have a group coaching call, I first welcome everyone. I make sure I welcome them. It's really important on the first group coaching call, if you have 2 people or you have 40 people, that you make very clear boundaries. So when you start the first session, you make sure you start the first session off really strong. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you're back. Start the first session off very strong. Make sure you come on with your excitement, with your true self, that you're authentic, and with your heart, with your soul. So, but this is, you got to make sure you make all the participants connect. So introduce everyone. It's not like what I'm doing now live, but if we were in a group coaching call and I saw all of you popping out, I'd be like, hey, Barb, welcome. How are you? Hey, Aileen, welcome. How are you? Hey, Valdez. Hi, Penny. Hey, Noelle. Hi, Cindy. I would give you recognition because let's all face it, guys, we're all humans. And there's nothing worse than being in a group coaching call, which you're on a video screen with all faces, if it's virtual, and you're ignored kind of. I mean, we all want to be heard. We all want to be loved. And we all want to be important. And honestly, that's probably one of the most powerful things that in group coaching calls that I've been in, that I was like ignored. Like I felt like, well, what's the point? You're just doing a live video. It's not like there's any interaction. So keep that in mind. Make sure you connect with the participants, and most and foremost, make sure you create clear boundaries, expectations, and rules and overviews. So when I start my group coaching calls, I tell people I'd like them all on mute. If you have a question, please put it in the chat box. When I call your name or ask something of you, please join in, unmute yourself. You know, just simple rules and expectations. And I tell them exactly what they can expect of me, what I expect of them. That way you're starting off your group coaching with clear boundaries and rules. Because honestly, guys, clear boundaries and clear expectations always create a better environment in group coaching. And trust me, you're gonna learn as you go. You're gonna make mistakes, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. So that is the first part of the group coaching called the introduction. Then on each other call, you know, the first one and then following, what I do is, and again, this is, you know, just some things I found, I've tweaked over the years, so I'm gonna share these with you. So when I start my group coaching call, let's say we're on week 2, I would welcome everyone, give everybody a welcome. Now, as my clients come in, I acknowledge them. Even if they come in late, I still acknowledge them because they're humans, because they deserve to be acknowledged, and because just because they showed up late, I'm not going to scold them. I'm still going to welcome you. But that's how I roll. So I just think it's really important to acknowledge people in your group when they show up. Number 2, I do check-ins. So instead of preaching, because once again, what group coaching is not, it is not one-on-one coaching. So in a group environment, you want to interact. People are helping each other grow. It's not about me, the coach, teaching you. I will be coaching in between intermittently. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. I love them. But it's about everyone connecting and growing with each other. So the first thing I do is I check in with everyone and I talk about our wins. Now, a win could be something as simple as getting something done that week, an accomplishment, you know, changing a habit, whatever it is. And remember, no judgment. Again, group coaching, no judgment. And that should be part of the prerequisite rules. Everyone has a different perspective on what a win is for them, and everyone has a different viewpoint on what they want to share. So you have to be respectful, open-minded, and non-judgmental. So the second thing I do, first I welcome them, then I do check-ins, I do wins, we go through everyone. So being that they already know the rules in my group, I will call on people one-on-one, which is always easy. I'll be like, hey, Penny, what wins did you have this week? And then Penny will unmute herself and she will share that with me. Then I'll call in the next person. So that is like the beginning of the coaching call. And that sets the tone for where you're going to go next. Then I will share some info. This is where the coaching comes in, gently and very lovingly based on what the wins were. I will do Q&A then. Q&A, because then people will be able to ask questions, and what their needs are, I will be able to meet them where they're at. And you'd be surprised. When you're a group, usually more than one person has the same question. So it's really powerful, and everyone else can collaborate in. So what group coaching is not, for sure, it is not one-on-one coaching where you sit there and you preach to people or you're teaching them a class like I'm doing right now. It is interactive. I would be saying, hey, Christina, what were your wins this week? And then she would tell me what her wins were. And then I would call on someone else. I'd be like, hey, Barb, what were your wins this week? And that sets the tone. See, it's not like I'm just teaching you guys or coaching you guys. So the next thing I do is intermittently, it depends how big the group is. Again, you got to kind of play it out yourself. If I have a smaller group, I love offering my group attendees a hot seat. So I say, we have 6 weeks in this group. There's 6 weeks. There's 6 people in this group. Every week, I'm going to offer a hot seat. Who would like to be in the hot seat? And what the hot seat offers is an intensive focus on that person where they could actually, give you stuff to post in the group to get critique, or maybe there's a video they would like some feedback on, or maybe they created their sales funnel and they want some feedback, or maybe they have an offer and they would like your feedback. So we give them a more personalized one-on-one coaching, and it's really powerful because everyone in the group adds their outside perspective. And honestly, guys, when you have a business, sometimes fresh eyes on something are the best thing you could have. And sometimes your ideal clients, more than once, are sitting in the same group. So you really can collaborate and grow with them. Number 6 is I give them an action to take for the week. So based on what our discussion was, I give them an action plan for that week that we can all do together and focus on the one thing that everyone really needed. So there's 2 parts to the group coaching. So the first part is always, the biggest, you ask them their biggest wins. We're asking them what they've learned. We're asking them, what are you working on? So all these open up the route for discussion. You can tailor it any way you want. Like I said, I have all this in a cheat sheet, so you can really customize your group coaching to work for you. I love the hearts. Give me some hearts, guys. I want to see hearts from everybody who's on here. So, and I always ask everyone too, what do you need most help with this week? I even do that with my one-on-one clients, but in a group, it's important because what happens is sometimes people retract and you're not able to help them. So make sure you ask, what can I help you with right now? And once again, you have your boundaries and clear. So again, some people like to leave everybody unmuted. I personally, depends how big the group is. I love the hearts, guys. If the group is large, I would suggest mute everyone and unmute as you allow the person to talk. It just keeps order. If you have a smaller group, then you can really figure out what works for you. I do all my group coaching via Zoom. It works out amazing. Okay, so the 3 things that I deliberately, now pay attention to this, I deliberately do the whole time I'm running a group coaching call is I'm connecting with people at all times, making sure that they're seen, they're heard. Noelle, Cindy, Maria, Eileen, Barb, Vera, Giselle, Monica, Frank, Lisa. The list is too long, guys. We're packed today, which is amazing. So making sure that everyone is heard is really important in the group coaching. Because remember, hey, Dustin, Giselle, Angela, Valdez. So again, making sure if I'm in a group coaching call, I'm not teaching a class, I am making sure I connect and am seen with people. The second thing I do deliberately the whole time through my group coaching call is I coach, where I can add value, add guidance, add my knowledge, add my heart, add my experience, add my spirituality, add my energy. That's where the coaching comes in. But it's not you just hop on a call and blah, 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 I'm going to teach you bullshit for an hour. That is not group coaching. Group coaching is interactive. If you simply want to teach someone stuff with no interaction, you might want to consider creating an online course, because then you could just teach people stuff and there's no interaction. But group coaching is very, very heart-centered and connected. And I have to tell you guys, massive transformation happens in groups. It really does. And number 3 is I always congratulate people. Don't you want to be congratulated for all your hard work? Don't you want to be recognized? We're all humans. We need that. These are the 3 powerful things I deliberately do during my group coaching call. All right. So, these are a lot of the wins and a lot of things that I partake in. So, of course, I do have in mind a set curriculum, but you gear your roadmap based on what people need, more than staying stuck in a cookie cutter way to go. The biggest growth and transformation happens by really honing in on what people need, where they're at right now, and helping them with that, and listening. It's such a gift to listen. So here, as opposed to listening, I'm going to answer a few of the biggest questions I had in my inbox that you guys had sent me ahead of time. So the questions are, number 1, worry of why people are resisting group coaching or launching a group coaching program is, what happens if nobody turns up, or what happens if you only get 2 people, if you have, poor turnout. So poor turnout, this is what I suggest. You have to have a mindset of how many people you're going to max out into your group. Now, if you go backwards and you start marketing your group correctly, which I'll cover marketing next, you're going to always imagine that if you have a max of 10, expect 5. That way, you will over-deliver and you will never be disappointed. This is how I do it. Now, I've found also in a lot of group coaching, people will join, but not everybody consistently shows up. And really, that's okay, because that's their choice. They're all big girls and boys. And if they choose to pay and then not come, that's really their thing. It has nothing to do with you. The amount of people in your group coaching program does not dictate how good your damn group is, or what, if you're a great coach. It just means that was who was needing that at that moment. So maybe you will revisit that. If you have a poor turnout, usually you won't have a poor turnout, because I'll tell you why. Because if you did your research and you asked your clients, as I said earlier, what it is that they want, the turnout's not going to be bad. It's going to be great. Worst case scenario, if you have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, you just focus on who you have. You have to release judgment of yourself and release the idea that the amount of people in your group is going to dictate how successful you are or not successful. Because the bottom line is, if you help 1 person or you help 6 people, you're still helping people that wanted your support, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're staying in a mind lack place because you're afraid of poor turnout, then that's something you have to work on, because fear is keeping you stuck. So I highly recommend that you release that fear. I highly recommend that you give yourself at least a month to promote your offer. And I highly recommend that you own your magic. So if you have 2 people in your group or 10 people in your group, I've been in masterminds where when I showed up, I thought there was going to be like 15 people and there was 2 people. But guess what? It was fucking amazing. And they were the most powerful groups I was in. I was in groups where there was 25. Honestly, I got more out of the smaller group than I did out of the bigger group. So do not put that fixation and the expectations in your head that more is better. It's a personal choice. So decide what's manageable for you, because remember, you have to manage. And when you're running a group coaching call, you're driving the bus, guys. You have to drive the bus, so it's not a free-for-all. So these are things that you have to think about. If you can't handle, the more people you have, the harder it is to manage. I personally do not do more than 10 people in a group. I think again, this is my personal thing, it's a disservice to the clients because you just can't give that attention to everybody. And I love doing hot seats, and it's really powerful to work with people one-on-one and really get your hands dirty and get in there and help them. That's where the most transformation happens. So again, this is just what works for me. So I wanted to share that with all of you today. Number 2 is question. Giselle asked me this and a few other clients. What is the best platform, okay, to do your group coaching on? So honestly, I do my group coaching right on Zoom. Some people have a membership site on ClickFunnels where they offer them, like content if you have an online course. I have an online course on ClickFunnels. I have an online course on Thinkific. It depends, but that has nothing to do with my group coaching. I personally do all my group coaching on Zoom. So remember, Zoom for free only gives you 45-minute sessions. If you're going to be doing more than 45-minute clips, you're going to need to pay, I think it's $14.99 a month. So really, depending on where you're at in your business, you can make those commitments. So I personally love Zoom because it just gives me a lot of access. I can send the links out. I have great clarity, and I've never had any problems. So I love Zoom as the best platform. Another question is marketing. How do you launch and get clients? It's like anything else, guys. To launch a group coaching program, as long as you know who you're talking to, you can market to them. As long as you have your niche and your sub niche and you know what people want, I would start marketing immediately. I give myself always 30 to 40 days to market my group program. I always make sure I piggyback it off of lives, off of educational content, off of valuable content, just like I'm going to invite all of you at the end of this video to come to my group coaching mastermind, which is going to be a 4-week group coaching course that I'm going to be doing specifically. I'm going to break down everything on how to master group coaching and be able to start your first group coaching class with no drama and make your income and maximize your message. So you see how I'm doing that? You're going to piggyback it off of information you're giving. So how you're going to market and fill and get clients, you're going to go back to your list. You're going to go to your Facebook group. You're going to promote yourself on Facebook Lives. I highly, highly, highly recommend collaborating with other coaches. I collaborate with other coaches all the time. People who have different niches than me, but yet we have the same ideal client that use different services, huge to really market your program. But I think the biggest thing in this whole group coaching is your mindset. You have to be ready to show up. You have to confidently coach, and you have to confidently step back and listen. You have to confidently allow the group to really bring its own energy in. I have to tell you, the most amazing and powerful things have happened in my group coaching programs. So that being said, these are the 3 essential things, guys. So just keep in mind, group coaching is connecting with a bunch of people. It is not one-on-one coaching. You're not doing, because just think of it this way. If you're in a group, you don't want to sit there and be bored out of your mind. If I'm talking to one person at a time and everyone else just has to sit there quietly, that's not impactful. So you want to get interaction. You want to get everybody involved. You want to ask people powerful questions and get them to, comment in the chat. I want to see you guys comment in the chat now. What kind of questions do you have that I may not have answered? So I think, here we go. Last but not least, when is the right time to start a group coaching program? I think the main thing is, as long as you have an audience and you know exactly who you're talking to, and you know exactly what transformation you're giving in your group program, you can launch a group coaching program. I mean, I have clients who decide to do 21-day program. Some people launch 6 weeks. Some people launch 4 weeks. You can try different things. You are the bus driver, guys. It is your business. The easiest way also to book these are right through Calendly. You create a group event. This is going to be things I'm going to be covering step by step, how to do it, set it up, launch it. I do use all organic marketing, but I'm also going to show you guys how to launch it if you want to run an ad. I do have an ad expert. I can have help you if you want help with that. But the point is, group coaching is one of the easiest, most powerful ways to help more than one person at one time with your message, with your tools, and with your gifts. But you have to let go of the fear. You have to let go of your limiting mindsets, and you have to really just do it. So the best time to start a group coaching program is as long as you know who you're talking to, you know what you want to cover, and you know the results you want to get those people. I don't know why you're not starting a group coaching program. So I hope this was helpful today. If you want the cheat sheet, it's actually pretty long, but it's everything I covered today and then some. Just comment below and I'll send you over the cheat sheet. And if there's something that you want more clarity on, if there's something I could cover, just send me a private message and I'll do it today in the Facebook Live. I'll do another live for you next week. I'll do another video. And also, I want to invite all you guys. So I'm going to be posting a link below. I'm going to invite you all now to my group coaching mastermind, which is specifically how to create and maximize your group coaching program in less than 30 days. So if you're ready to launch your group coaching program and you just want my template, I'm going to walk you through it. It's going to be a 4-week program. We're going to meet 4 times, once a week, no bullshit, one-on-one. And then you can even see how I run my group coaching programs, and you can take away from that and make it your own. So wishing you all massive love and light. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. I hope today was helpful. If you want the cheat sheet, you want the checklist, just comment below and I will send that out to you. Sending you all massive love and light, guys. Thank you.